This is my weekly market recap of how I ended up on a week with a 3% gain. Supposed to be around 7% gain, but we forgot the partial and market did a tariff on the European Union. Trump did a tariff. So before I could even partial, market hit my stop loss, right? Market did a big dump against my positioning. So yeah, I couldn't, do nothing about it. So let's get straight into it. Monday, I did have a setup to the downside. We're looking for a near continuation. We had a range high got burst. We had a near to the downside, right? We're going from daily ERL to IRL. We had a daily CRT to the, we don't have no daily CRT, but we had a range to the downside. We had a lot of things to the downside. We had enough narrative. There was a trade. It was the 7 a.m. candle was a CRT. The 8 a.m. candle was our, near continuation candle. Eventually, you can see the 8 a.m. candle offered us a model one entry, but the 101 did not offer the 2RR to the initial take profit. In this trade, the model number one, it was not a big bulky candle, so I couldn't even take the threshold. So this trade, I did not take it simply because it offered less than 2RR. You can see if we would have held that trade, we would have not even profited from anything from it. Market would have hit us at a break even or a stop loss, right? On Tuesday, we had a loss here. Tuesday, when we had a loss, we had our boss. We had our boss supposed to be bullish. Why? Because we had a daily S&P divergence with the call repair. We had a daily CT upside. We had a range low that did not get soup, so it's still valid. So now we're looking for to go to that range high. We had a S&P divergence. We had a near continuation to the upside, right? That's why I was looking for a long. So my boss was completely wrong on his day, right? We had a daily IRL to ERL, right? So my Tuesday, I had my whole bias wrong. My bias was bearish. I thought we were going from a daily ERL to IRL, but I did not even see this IRL, right? But yeah, the lesson from this day is look for the correct IRL, right? Don't be picky on the IRL. See the IRL that's right near the market, pick that IRL, right? Second lesson is S&P divergence, right? I must use S&P divergence. I must go based on the market, not me. I go based on the market, not me. I pick the right S&P divergence. I'm saying that, to get my mind to do it right, right? So yeah, on this day, I did not care about this. I did not care about the S&P divergence. I thought going to the range high to the range low. I didn't care about it, right? So I mean, you guys know S&P divergence prevents from purchase from happening, so it affects your bias, right? That's why it's considered to be the most important ICT concept because this right here affects your whole bias on your trading, right? And you can see we took a short CISD, boom, stop loss got hit instantly, right? And eventually we had a long entry to the upside. On this day, regardless of my bias being wrong, I'm still happy. Why? I'm still satisfied. Why? Simply because I built good habits. I did have a long entry to the upside. I did not take it. Why? Simply because building good habits. My rule says only one trade a day. I'm gonna take one trade a day, right? So I did not take that trade because of that reasoning. And S&P divergence happened right over here. So the lesson of Tuesday trade was simply by using SMT divergence and using SMT in the hourly, 4 hour, and daily because SMT divergence affects my bias. I must use it SMT and I will use SMT and I do use SMT divergence, right? And yeah, throughout the whole week, right after this loss happened, I was looking for SMT every single day. I was trying to save those SMT divergences, right? So yeah, that's what happened, right? So on Wednesday trade is our big trading day. We had a New York reversal profile 2. Pretty sure is it 2? No, it was New York reversal profile 1. 1 AM accumulation, 5 AM manipulation, and 9 AM expansion, right? We had this is the big trade that we had, which is right over here, which was a 5.5 RR, right? And we entered out the threshold because this right over here from the body did not offer the 2 RR, and the candle was fat and juicy. So we're looking for a threshold. So we entered out the threshold, entry there, stop loss right below this, and take profit 1, that's CRT high, take profit 2, take profit 3, right? And you can see right over here, big moves to the downside. A market did a, what's it called? Tariff on the 25% tariff on the European Union, which is crazy, right? And what do we have here? We had a buy, we had as I said, a daily S&P divergence, right, to the upside. We had a daily CRT to the upside. We had a weekly CRT to the upside. We had a we had a daily IRL to ERL, so we had enough bounce to upside, right? We had a SMT that version the range low, so we want to go to the range high, and yeah, we had enough narrative. We pressed the CRT low. We had a modern one confirmation and entered the threshold. Why? Because the candle's too big, right? The candle's too fat. We entered the threshold and we put stop loss right below this, the CRT low, and the take profit gonna be the CRT high, then eventually the range high, and eventually the 533 mark that we were trying to go for. But right when it hit the daily CRT high, guess what the market did? Fully reversed. Why? Tariff happened right at 12:30, right? 12:30, Trump, released a tariff, and keep in mind on this day I fell asleep, right? So right when my take profit one got hit, which was at 11:45, no, actually it was actually at 12. I was like, let me go take a quick nap. I broke even. I did a partial. I made 1.5% gain. So I basically made yesterday's trade loss back with a extra $300, right? So I basically made my yesterday loss back, and I made extra money, right, on this day. And yeah, so I made yesterday's loss back, and I'm up on a week. So right when take profit two got hit, market fully reversed, and this trade I could have done another partial, and I could have been up another 3% gain, because on here I was up around 2,000 because I already did a partial here. I was up already around 2,000, so another 4%, right? And yeah, that's why eventually the market fully reversed. I did not even have a time to partial here, because market, right when this big dump happened, it hit my stop loss entry, right? So yeah, what was the lesson of this trade? What was the improvement? Throughout this whole week, I followed all the rules, right? I've built good habits. I was satisfied even with the loss or the win, right? Because I followed all my rules. And on this day, the lesson of this day is to be awake, right? Because I have my trade running, so I must keep an eye on my trade, because my take profit got hit, and I should have partialed, and I should have partialed even more, right? So I can get more gains, right? Eventually, I fell asleep, I took a nap, which should have not happened. I will not do that again. I will not take a nap throughout the day. That's why throughout the week, from that day on, the next day I did not sleep, right? I slept only at night times, right, when I'm supposed to be sleeping. And you can see right over here. That's the reason I did not sleep. So I took a nap, and the market reversed, right? I should have had that time to partial as well. The next lesson from this trade could be, right when I take profit gets hit, regardless where the market price point is. Let's take profit gets hit. I don't care if the price point is here. I'm gonna partial, right? I see a lot of people, what they have is take profit gets hit. They wait for the market to go back to the same price point and partial. When you wait for that price point, in this case, wait for this, this price point to get hit back at 52.84. The traders who waited for the 52.84 to get hit back to partial would have lost, right? They would have lost a lot of gains, because right when you take profit gets hit, regardless where the market price point is, don't be greedy. Just partial and break even, right? That's what a lot of people have probably had. And even here, right when I hit my take profit, I didn't even care what the price point is. I just partial and break even, and I made less than I'm supposed to. But guess what? I still maximized my profit, right? I still made profit instead of making no profit, right? So the take profit two got hit, and it fully reversed. So the lesson from this trade is simply by not taking a nap and partialing on that day, right? So on Thursday, that was the Wednesday trade. On Thursday, we had no setup. Thursday, I did have a setup. It would have been a loss, but that setup, I'm not going to be taking, right? It shows me clear signs that market is disrespecting my bias. So there's no point of me staying in a market, right? Right when this big candle happened right over here, there's literally no point of me being in a market, right? So if I were to be in a market here, I would have faced another loss, because market's showing me clear signs on a daily time frame, right? And if you go to the daily time frame, it's showing me clear signs that the market does not want to go back up higher, right? Because we had a daily C to the upside, we had a weekly C to the upside with the fourth week of the month, so it's supposed to be a retracement, right? We had a midweek reversal Wednesday half of the week. It's showing me clear signs that market does not want to go up here, right? And yeah, that's why I didn't take it, simply because of that. And you can see, if I were to take a trade, I would have faced a loss. Why would I face a loss? Simply because I'm literally longing for no reason, right? There was literally no reason, because market showed me a clear sign that the market does not want to go up higher from here, right? So yeah, Tuesday bias was incorrect, but we were safe because why? Because I knew I knew damn well that the market did not want to go back up higher because he showed us a big ass move to the downside, right? Yes, you're gonna see. You could say, well, the market price at the range is only supposed to go range high, but guess what? There's literally no narrative to the upside no more, right? Right when this happened, there's no narrative. Our daily key level got disrespected. We have nothing that wants to go up higher. Now we have things that want to go to lower, right? Not higher, right? So that's why I didn't take the trade. On Friday we had another setup here. We had a New York reversal profile 2, 5 accumulation, 90 minute pitch, and 1 p expansion. And what else do we had here on this trade? We had a mid-week reversal to the downside. We had a weekly shift to the downside. We're in a fourth week of month, so we're gonna retrace. That was enough for me to take a trade, right? We had a 4-hour IRL to ERL. We had a 4-hour COT to the downside, as well as that, right? So now let's go to the lower time for the execution. Market super that COT high on this case, right? But that's what the Model 1 was not a Model 1. The only time we care about the body of a CISD is when there's a consecutive candle. There's no consecutive, so market comes back up. The pressure of the CRT high. Again, one more time, the 5 is CRT high. Eventually, we're still respecting this other CRT, giving us the Model 1 confirmation right over here. This auto block from the CISD to here is now for the 2RR. So, and it's true. So we should have not taken it, but I still took it. Why? Because the auto block was fat as hell, right? So you needs to go do a 50% retrace. So market could see the threshold of this. So from this body to this body, this is a threshold. Enter the threshold, entry there. Take profit 1, take profit 2, right? Nowhere else here because why? We're in Friday when they close at a fair price, right? And you can see our entry is off by 10 pips. Yes. The lesson from this trade was simply by going based on the trading view, not the broker, because the broker I have is different than the broker that I have in TradingView. TradingView, I have a fork.com, which is the actual broker, right? My prop firm TradingView is different, right? My prop firm broker is different, right? So I should always go trust my TradingView broker instead of my broker that I'm using, right? Because he can give you spreads and stuff, right? Because my broker, it says, the 95%, the 94 got hit, while my TradingView did not get hit. It was only at 90, right? So we had only 4 pips out. So I got a shitty ass entry. So the market eventually the TradingView tapped it. Then eventually that's what's supposed to be entering, but it's all fine, right? Lessons, and what else from this day? That was that. And the next lesson is that I should, if there's a setup happening, I must wait until the session ends, which is 12 p.m., right? So if I see a setup happening around here, I cannot close my chart until I see a setup happen, right? Yesterday, on Thursday, I should have even made a chart because my boss is fully wrong, right? On this specific day, I do have a setup here. I see a setup forming, so I should not get out of the chart. I should be in a chart until it's 12 p.m. Why? Because I said the latest time a setup could happen is 12 p.m., right? So yeah, for me. So take profit got hit with a 2.3 RR. I did not partial. I just went to the final take profit. I didn't go to 50% mark. From now on, I'm not going to 50% mark because last week when we took our trade to the long side, when we went to the 50% mark, the reason I say I should be going for 50% mark is simply because I had my bias wrong. I made mistakes. That's why I said that. But now, my bias right, so I don't need to go for the 50% mark, right? So yeah, that was a lesson. Thank you for watching. And now let's go over the whole thing. Let's go for the whole recap, right? Since we took only, go for the Pacific day, let's go for the whole week. What are the improvements can we have? What are the improvements from this week that we can take? The improvement is waking up early in the 5 in the morning. I do wake up. I did throughout the whole week. I woke up 5 in the morning, right? That was a check when I did. Other thing we're supposed to be doing is other lesson from this week that we can take is we should look for the IRL to ERL, look past the chart and look for the IRL, because the IRL I was looking at was this IRL, right? So I thought, okay, this IRL, this IRL got disrespected, so I'm using this IRL, right, which never got tapped, and this is the other IRL, right? So look for the correct value gaps, right? Look for the correct IRL. Then the next lesson we can have is SMT divergence, right? I must use SMT divergence. I do use SMT divergence, right? Because SMT divergence affects my bias, And the time frame I use SM Divergence is on the daily and on the 4 hour and the hourly time frame, right? Nothing else but those two time frames, right? On those three time frames, I mean. And next lesson is right when my take profit gets hit, doesn't matter what the market price point is, I will break even and partial, right? That's it. And the last lesson is go based on the trading view, not me. Go based on the trading view, not the broker I'm using, right? In my prop firm. I must go based on the trading view, nothing else, right? And the last lesson we can have is uh knowing when your boss is invalidated, right? So if I see a big reaction to happen to the downside and upside, give me clear signs of it, my boss being incorrect, I should hop off the chart. I cannot be ignorant. I cannot be, like, oh yeah, like I still take a trade, like I can still take a long trade when it's showing me clear signs that does not want to respect me, right? So yeah, that's the next lesson we can have, and that's that. And throughout the whole week, I built good habits. I follow my rules and I break my rules. I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, next week I'm gonna be just doing the same thing. I'm focused on good habits. I will be satisfied by good habits, right? That's the whole thing. That's the only thing I'm needing, right? Because we made our whole last week. Last week we had a negative 4 RR. We made everything back on a specific week, right? This week we made all the losses back. And yeah, the habits are actually making money. Last week I broke my rules, and my rules are the habits, right? So I basically broke my rules, and I faced a lot of losses, right? And this week I made all the losses back. Fantastic, right? We're up in our profit back in. We're back up in our profit. I'm up 1% my profit again. When we were down like negative 4 RR, which is crazy, right? But yeah, next week my main goal is to use SM Divergence on a daily and a weekly time frame. Daily and the 4 hour and the hourly time frame. I will look if there's SM Divergence, I will not go against it, and I'll use it in my advantage. And next week I will go based out of from next week and forward on. I'll go based out of trading view. I will look for the right fair buy gap. So basically, right IRL to ERL. I will right when my take profit hit, I'll partial and break even regardless of where the market price is. Thank you for watching. This is how I end up on a 3% gain on the week. 3.5% gain, not 3% gain, because I made a 2% gain right over here. 2.3% gain here, and I made like supposed to be a 5% gain, but you know what I'm saying, market kind of fucked up and he fully reversed, and I did not have time to break even. And the next last lesson is I will not take a nap throughout the day. I will only sleep when it's nighttime, right? So I do not take naps during the day. I only take naps during when the market when it's nighttime, right? So that's the last we can have, right? And yeah, that's that. From next week on, right when my take profits hit, I will break even and partial regardless of what the market price point is. And yeah, and forward on from from the rest of my career. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. This is how I ended up on a week with a 3.5% gain. Peace out, chat.